That's not a tauntaun. That's my wife. Oh, stop it. That didn't feel scripted at all. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Star Wars Happy Hour, where we're going to be reading part 1 of the Empire Striketh Back. But it is happy hour this time, so we're adding some drinking rules to kind of make it a little more dynamic, where you guys can play along and drink and have fun. Now, drink choice is obviously up to you. I went with Blue Moon tonight. Everybody, we got what else we got? Who else wants to tell them what we got going tonight?
Corona.
Topical.
Watermelon sangria.
Wine out of a can.
Kona Brewing Company. Longboard.
Yes.
Monkey shoulder scotch.
Ooh.
Good.
Rum and Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Alaskan Brewing Company from Juneau, Alaska.
Very nice.
Thank you. They are not sponsoring this, by the way. I feel like legally I do have to say that. But the drinking rules we've come up with for part 1 of Empire Striketh Back, and these will probably change every single time because new stuff happens. But first one is anytime an overt Shakespeare reference is made. Obviously, your experience with Shakespeare is going to vary, but we will let you know, especially the bigger ones. There's going to be some ones that'll jump out at you. Second one, anytime R2-D2 has a monologue. So no pressure on Sean, but anytime you see him wearing his colander, you will know he is R2-D2 speaking eloquently as the droid. So third one is pretty connected with that one. It's anytime a random Star Wars character that's usually not a speaking character has a monologue. So for example, Jeff is playing Lysander the Wampa. So he'll have a beautiful speech not too long from now. Spoilers. Fourth rule is anytime someone dies, episode 5 starts out with the Battle of Hoth. Anytime someone dies also includes anytime an AT-AT or an AT-AT explodes, that is a character for tonight. So just laying it out there. And rule number 5 is anytime Leia insults Han. So pace yourself on that one, because there's a lot of them with this one. And we do have like a sub rule for that one, courtesy of Miss Laura Hathaway, who suggested that we drink twice for the Shakespearean edition of Scruffy Looking Nerf Herder, which you will recognize when we get to that point in the show. But without further ado, this is Zune's Online Productions, where we are going to be starting episode 5 tonight, and then next week we'll be going into part 2. So this is acts 1 through 3, and we will get started right now. So let's jump on in with the prologue in outer space. A dark time. For though they have the Death Star all destroyed, Imperial troops did from the ashes climb and push the rebels closer to the void. Across the galaxy pursued with speed, the rebels flee the Imperial Starfleet vast. A group with Luke Skywalker in the lead hath to the ice world known as Hoth flown fast. Meanwhile, the cruel Darth Vader is obsessed with finding young Skywalker. Thus, he hath through every point of space begun his quest by sending robot probes to aid his wrath. In times so long ago begins our play in war-torn galaxy, far, far away. Act 1, Scene 1, the ice world of Hoth.
If flurries be the food of quests, snow on. Belike upon this Hoth, this barren rock, my next adventure waits. 'Tis time shall tell. And yet, is it adventure that I seek? Shall danger, fear, and action fill my days? Shall all my life be spent in keen pursuit of great adventure and her fickle fame? It seemeth I have had enough of life to fill 1,000 normal human lives. A princess in a vision spake to me. My aunt and uncle by stormtroopers slain. A hasty flight from my home, Tatooine, a pilot and a Wookiee and a knight, a rescue brave within our cruel foe's grasp, my teacher killed, and then the final scene, the Death Star battle. Many friends were lost, but in the end, a greater war was won. Adventure hath both taken from my life and given to me everything I have. and thus I seek and shun its tempting ways. E'en now adventure knocks upon the door, a flaming orb hath struck the ground nearby. Is it a portent of some ill to come? 'Tis Echo 3 to Echo 7. Han, my true companion ever, canst thou hear me?
Aye, truly, Chuck, thy voice rings loud and clear. What can I do for thee, my noble friend?
My circle round the area hath been completed now, but not of life nor forms of life hath my scan yet uncovered.
Nay, there is not life enough upon this cube of ice to fill an empty space cruiser. The sensors have I put in place, so shall I now return unto the base.
'Tis well, and I forsooth shall soon meet with thee there. But I've spied a meteorite that hath its landing made near here, so shall I go and fix my eyes upon the scene. I'll not be long, I warrant, then I shall return.
Enter Wampa.
You, viewers all, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest womp rat creeping on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when Wampa rough and wildest rage doth roar. Pray, know that I a Wampa simple am, and take no pleasure in my angry mood. Though with great force this young one's face I slam, I prithee, know I strike but for food.
Alas, is this the adventure I'm due to die upon a vicious monster's whim? I am attacked by this awful beast. Oh, fate most wretched, shall I be his feast?
Exit, pursued by a Wampa. Scene 2, the Rebel base on Hoth. Enter Han Solo.
A scoundrel may not rise above his place. This is a fact the galaxy doth teach. For even though I have joined rebellion's ranks these many weeks and months and gained respect within their noble band, my scoundrel past doth make it harsh demands upon my life. The bounty hunter sent by Jabba make pursuit the price upon my head. So must I go once more unto the depths of my old life, find Jabba the Hutt, and pay his ransom, thus to free my soul. I would not leave my noble rebel friends. I would not leave the cause for which they fight. I would not leave the princess and her charm. I would not leave all these, and yet I must. A life's not well lived under threat of death, especially with men of cruel intent, who for a price shall fill the Hutt's demands upon the trail of my indebtedness. And so my mate Chewbacca and I leave upon the instant that the ship is set to go.
Enter Chewbacca, working on the Millennium Falcon.
I say, Chewbacca! Ho! I, Chewie! Lose not thy temper, gentle Wookiee, nay, but practice patience. I shall help thee soon.
Exit Chewbacca. Han crosses to Command Center with Princess Leia and General Recon.
Solo, wouldst thou speak with me?
Good General, the sensors are in place, and surely shalt thou know if aught comes near our hidden station here.
Well, prithee say, Commander Skywalker, hath he yet made report?
Nay, truly, he hath gone to see a meteorite that hath made landfall near.
With all the meteorites falling in the system, I believe we shall have pains and trouble in detecting approaching ships.
How shall I tell my news most difficult and crush this man's great hopes for what's ahead? Fear not, O heart, but be direct and calm. 'Tis best approach straight on like the Kessel Run. My general, I cannot stay. I must make haste and get me hence even now.
Alack, how like a death knell sounds this news to me.
I tell thee truly when I say to thee, this news doth break this general's gentle soul. I could not be more sorry, Pilot Brave.
A price still lies upon my head, and if I do not make amends with Jabba, I shall not repay with money, nay, but life.
A price too dear indeed. A death mark is no kind companion to a free man's life. Thou art a warrior noble, Solo, and I hate to lose thee.
And thou art a kind, good general, Sirrah. I hate to go.
Exit Recon. Han turns to Princess Leia.
And so, your highness great, this is the end.
'Tis so.
I prithee, mourn me not and show no sentiment. Farewell, thou princess cold. I go and hope she'll follow heart of Han, for if she shall not follow, all is lost.
Han Solo begins to exit, pursued by Princess Leia.
Han, halt.
What is thy pleasure, Highness?
I did believe thou hadst chosen to stay.
The bounty hunter we did meet on Ord Mantell hath changed my mind.
We need thee, Han.
What we? Why speakest of we? Dost thou in royal terms speak here of we? Hast thou a rodent in thy pocket, such that thou and he are we? What meanest thou? What need is there that thou dost share with all? Speak not of we, but I. Oh, princess, what dost thou most need? Not we, not they, but thou.
I know not what thou speakest of.
'Tis true. Most probably thou dost not know thyself.
And what, pray tell, precisely should I know? Of what great mystery am I unaware? Hast thou the depths of Leia plumbed and seen what lies within my soul, my very core?
Be not elusive, nay, thou wouldst that I should stay because of how thou feelest in thy heart about me. Need hath turned to want. Pray tell me not thy needs, but thy desires.
Thou art a leader full of skill, 'tis true.
Thine answer leadeth thee astray. Let fly. I see it in thine aspect now. Let fly. Tell me the answer true.
Thy vanity hath puffed up thine imagination.
Aye. Then why dost thou yet follow me? Wert thou afraid I would depart without a kiss?
I would as eagerly kiss Wookiee lips.
That can be arranged. By heaven's breath, a kiss would suit thee well.
Exit Han Solo.
Oh, man of bile, thou wouldst make e'en the coolest temper burn, for thou art made of heat and flame and fire. The wood may stand within a mile of thee, but it shall roast as if 'twere on the sun. And now thy scorching manner lights my fuse. I confess I am a flame. Thine eyes create combustion in my heart. Thy face doth cause my cheeks to flood with warmth. Thy fingers set me trembling at their touch. Oh, thy hands hold the secrets of my soul. Thou hast a his very self. Yet wear my patience past what I can bear. For oh, how thou dost needle, jest, and prick when thou dost think thy pride is at the stake. Be not so full of bile, my noble Han. I pray thee, choose the tender side of wit. If thou couldst ever put thy pride away, belike my prejudice would fall aside. Then could our two hearts sing in melody instead of clashing in disharmony.
Exit Princess Leia. Scene 3, the Rebel base on Hoth. Enter C-3PO and R2-D2 with Han Solo and Chewbacca aside at the Millennium Falcon.
O R2, thou dost ever plague me so. E'en now have we been in dishonor sent away from our good princess's chamber. Fie! Such breach of etiquette and protocol, and all the fault doth on thy shoulders lie. Lay not thy blame upon my shoulders, droid. I did at no point ask thee to engage the thermal heater. 'Twas but a remark upon the coldness of the princess's room. But freezing it should be. And now how shall we dry off all her clothes? I truly know not how. Oh, switch off.
C-3PO walks aside toward the Millennium Falcon.
Watch thy tongue, thou naughty droid, or I shall bring my wit to bear upon thee, and thou shalt not escape my shocks and jabs. For though I speak aloud in beeps and squeaks, within my mind a keener tongue prevails. And though thou like a brother art to me, I'll happily correct your errant ways. If thou didst think the thermal heater was too hot, then thou shalt surely not endure the fire that I shall kindle with my wit.
C-3PO makes his way to Han Solo.
Why hast thou taken this apart when I am striving to depart this wretched place?
Excuse me, sir.
Pray mend the ship and be swift.
Please, sir, a word.
What dost thou want?
'Tis Princess, sir. She strives to reach thee on the communicator.
Then 'twas wise I did turn it off, for I have no desire to speak with her.
I see. But she hath after Master Luke made inquiry, for surely he hath not returned unto the base. She knows not where he is.
In that her mind and mine are one. I know not where he is.
But no one knows his whereabouts.
What dost thou mean by no one, prating droid? Deck officer! Deck officer!
Enter deck officer.
Yes, sir.
Dost thou know where the Commander Skywalker is?
I've not seen him, but 'tis possible he through the entrance to the south returned.
'Tis possible? I prithee, good lad, go thou thither and find out. It grows quite dark outside.
Aye, sir.
Exit deck officer.
Excuse me, sir, but may I ask what doth transpire?
Thou mayest indeed.
O man impossible! Come thou, R2, let us return unto the princess now. The drying of her clothes is now the least of all our worries, for another ill far greater than our mishap is afoot. In confidence I tell thee, I do fear that Master Luke grave danger doth confront.
Exit C-3PO and R2-D2.
What portent strange, what evil tidings this? My friend, by no one seen, the droids afraid, Chewbacca prone to error with the ship, the young deck officer so tentative. These things foretell some ill that shall occur. But if misfortune touches anyone, let it be me and not my partner Luke, for he is like a brother unto me, as all who fight with me in battle are. Though I did save him in the Death Star clash, 'tis he hath saved me from the smuggler's life, by leading me on paths more true than I had e'er foreseen. Now do I call him friend, and this rebellion is the cause we share. From all my friends here I would not depart if I were not by Jabba hunted down. I would give my bones, my life, for great rebellion's sake, if it e'er it were required. But soft to you now, the officer returns.
Enter deck officer.
Good sir, Commander Skywalker hath not come in the entrance to the south. He may have but forgotten to check in.
Nay, his nature is not thus. Now tell me, are the speeders ready?
Nay, we have not yet adapted them unto the cold of Hoth.
So then upon a Tauntaun's back I'll ride. Though with the special foulness they abuse my nose, they are the speediest we have.
But sir, the temperature doth drop too fast for any living being to survive.
'Tis true, and my dear friend doth bear the brunt. He shall not die while I have life or breath, for neither snow, nor ice, nor gloom of Hoth shall stay my rescue of my greatest friend.
That Tauntaun shall but freeze ere thou canst ride unto our primary marker, I predict.
Then I shall dine with thee tonight in hell.
Exit Han Solo, Chewbacca, and deck officer. Enter Luke Skywalker hanging upside down from balcony.
I forgot to unmute during that entire part. What war and friends is this? I am within some icy shelter. Now I do recall the creature large hath taken me by surprise, and then quickly did my body o'erpower by knocking me aside with powerful blow. It killed my Tauntaun with its vicious claws, unmoved by the creature's awful scream. It must have dragged us to this frozen lair. Even now I hear it gnaw my Tauntaun's flesh. The stench of musty death is in my nose. And now I'm awake, I'm hung up on my own feet, and sounds of tearing skin and crunching bone do echo through the monster's gloomy cave. The Tauntaun, though, is only the first dish, and I am bound to be the second course. Indeed, I have a problem grave, and how shall I make rescue for myself? But wait, what's there? Lying on the snow nearby. It's my lightsaber. How fortunate. 'Tis still too far to grasp with my own reach. Thus call I on the Force to save my life. Oh, concentrate, and call upon the things thou learnst from Obi-Wan when he still lived. Forsooth, I feel the Force begin to flow within, nearby, inside, surrounding me. O Force most strong, the lightsaber's at hand. Now am I free to flee the fierce beast's clutch. But lo, the creature comes at me anon. It will attack me in its fiery rage unless I am the first to strike. Lay on!
Enter Wampa. Luke cuts off the Wampa's arm and exits quickly.
Alas! How I am by this man abused! Could I, for seeking food, not be excused? It seemeth that this Wampa hath had strife. Thus, gentles, all have pity on my life.
Exit Wampa. Scene 4. The Rebel base on Hoth. Enter C-3PO, R2-D2, Princess Leia, and Chewbacca.
O horrid interim of waiting, time that doth like snail unwillingly creep by. Full many hours have passed without a word of Master Luke or Captain Solo. Now the day grows late, and whispered words of fear throughout the base are heard for these men's fate. It seems that all lose heart and think the worst. For how can in our bold Han Solo stand the harsh and unrelenting chill of Hoth? But now, no more, C-3PO. Thou art not made to worry and to fret. Be brave. Come now, R2, there's no more we can do. Behold, my joints are freezing. Say not such things. Of course we shall set eyes on Master Luke again, and he shall be in perfect health. Thou impish little droid, aye, he shall be in perfect health.
I fear this chill doth e'en now my metal frame assault. 'Tis cold unto the core, 'tis cold, I fear, unto the death. Bear up, droid soul, and listen to C-3PO's advice. Be thou a helpful strength amid distress.
Enter Lieutenant and Major Durlin.
Sir, all patrols are in, and still no sign from either Skywalker or Solo.
Red.
My mistress Leia, R2 makes report he hath not any signals yet received. However, he admitteth that his range is far too weak to give up every hope.
Your Highness, I do fear there's nothing more that we may do tonight. The shield doors must be closed.
I consent, but with a heart that breaketh even now.
Aye. Close the doors.
Now R2 doth report the odds of their survival in the cold are 725 to 1.
The shield doors close.
Though R2s want to make mistakes from time to time. Oh dear, oh dear.
Exit Princess Leia, Chewbacca, Lieutenant, and Major Durlin.
Why did I speak? Oh, curse my beeping tongue! A helpful strength I pledged that I would be, and now I've made these matters worse, for I have given our princess reason to be scared. Yet I do worry for my master's life, and though I would not cause undue distress, I fear that he may never make return.
Nay, fear thou not, my silver friend. I'll warrant he shall surely be all right. For Master Luke is clever, young, and spry, even for a human being. So say I.
Exit. Scene 5. The ice world of Hoth. Enter Luke Skywalker.
Really? Again? I muted again. I'll get it. Oh, what a torment have I just endured! For after my attack by creature cruel, I quickly made my exit from his lair and made my great escape amidst the snow. Far, far I ran to find a refuge safe, yet too far from the rebels' base I've gone. And now my strength is left. I fail again. My body falls, too weak to make its way.
He falls. Enter Ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Now, even now, what vision comes to me?
Luke.
Ben?
Attend me, Luke. Thou shalt unto the system Dagobah go.
Dagobah?
There shalt thou learn from the force from Yoda, aye. the Jedi Master who instructed me.
Exit ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ben! Leave me not! Alas, I fall again.
Luke collapses as Han enters and dismounts his tauntaun.
Amid the burning snow and winter's bite have I this journey taken to find my friend. But lo, what is this sight that now I see? 'Tis Luke collapsed. O lad, be thou not dead. Give me some sign thou livest. I, Luke, live. The cold of Hoth shall yet be warmth to me if thou art still alive. Come now, good friend.
The tauntaun falls over, frozen to death.
Oh, Ben! Oh, Dagobah!
Han takes Luke's lightsaber and cuts open the tauntaun, pulling Luke close to its warmth.
We've not much time. Stay with me, Luke. 'Tis true, this shall smell bad, but also shall it keep thee warm until the shelter hath erected been. Oh, vile, these tauntauns have an awful stench outside, but nothing did I know of wretchedness, disgusting rot, and sickening filth till this new smell hath made attack upon my nose.
Han sits with Luke as the night passes.
The shelter now is fashioned by my hands, both strong and deft. We shall await the morn with only Tauntaun's guts as company. O guardian of nighttime travelers, be with me and my comrade Luke this eve. For we are merely pilgrims far from home who wish to come again unto our mates. Now several anxious hours we've huddled here, and with the morning dawn the light of hope, my rebel friends shall surely make attempt to find where Luke and I have spent the night. Search well, my lads. The prize waits to be found.
Enter Zev aside, flying.
The speeders all have been found prepared, and now a proper search for Luke and Han begins. But what is this? Shall fortune be so kind? My sensors do report some life forms near. Mayhap the cherished find shall be yet mine. Pray listen, Echo Base, to my report. There's something here my scanner hath just found. 'Tis yet unsure, but may a life form be. Commander Skywalker, dost thou hear me? 'Tis Rogue 2. Oh, good Captain Solo, dost thou hear? 'Tis Rogue 2.
Fine good morning, lads. 'Twas nice of you to finally come around.
Here, Echo Base, say, they have been found.
Exit. Scene 6, the Rebel base on Hoth. Enter Luke Skywalker, reclining on bed.
Through hazy dreams, I have vague memories of being taken to the rebel base and given the droid medic's greatest care. Now here I am, and naught but scars remain, and thus the creatures foul at last made fair.
Enter C-3PO, R2-D2, and Princess Leia.
Good Master Luke, my wires are filled with joy to see thee fully functional again.
Oh, that I could speak aloud.
R2 expresseth his relief as well.
Enter Han Solo and Chewbacca.
How goes it with thee, Chuck? Oh, verily, thou dost look well to me. In faith, thou seemst even strong enough. I'll warrant to pull the ears from off a Gundark.
Truly, thanks to thee.
Now, thou just owe me 2 good turns, my friend. Indeed, your worship, well have you conspired to keep me in thy presence longer.
Fie, 'twas not my doing. General Reakin doth believe it is still too dangerous for any ship to leave the system. Aye, even thy beloved Millennium Falcon, till the shield of energy is active.
Ha! A cloth of fiction thou dost weave. Yet I have found this fatal error in thy stitch. For I believe thou wouldst not let a man so beautiful as I depart from thee.
The only stitch I know is in my side from laughing at thy pride most heartily. Thou mayst attempt to needle at my heart, but I am stronger thread than this. For to say that I would not let thee go, pish, pish. I know not whence thy great delusions come, thou laser brain.
I laugh indeed, thou fuzzball large. But thou hast not seen us alone in the passage south, where she did unto me unspool in full her feelings true of fondest love for me.
My feelings? Oh, thou arrogant half-wit, thou oversized child, thou fiend of slime, thou man of scruffy looks, thou who herds nerfs, thou full-born, wimpled, rough-hewn waste of flesh.
Scruffy? Scruffy how? Whose scruffiness? How am I all bescruffed? Belike my words were accurate and hit upon the mark, since now she hath her temper lost. True, Luke?
Thus it is plain that till thou tamest thy tongue, no tongue of woman shalt thou comprehend.
Leia kisses Luke at length, then exits.
All personnel, report unto the center of command at once.
Well, hath she played the trump? Be thou at ease.
Exit Han Solo, Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2.
Oh, kiss most rare. Oh, lips from heaven sent. This is a moment I'll not soon forget. Though I can sense her heart doth turn to Han, still doth this kiss play tricks upon my soul. By this fair princess I have been bewitched. 'Twas ever so since I saw her distress in R2's beam, a pleading for our help. But though the last doth move my heart to joy, I ne'er would tempt her with word too large. For shall Jedi's path lead toward romance? But this sweet kiss I'll hold in memory's vault as a reminder of my noble cause, to serve rebellion and my princess kind.
Exit Luke. Enter Han Solo, Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2, crossing to General Recon, the Controller, and Princess Leia.
A visitor hath come, my princess. 'Tis outside the base in Sector 12, and doth appear to be directed eastward.
'Tis a thing of metal, cold and harsh and sleek. It is not an animal.
Well, then 'tis not the selfsame creature that did harm our Luke. But what do you men think it may be?
Belike a speeder, one of ours?
Nay, wait. A signal din doth reach unto mine ears.
Good sir, 6 million forms of language do I know, and I may tell thee true that this strange signal is not by the Alliance used. It may perhaps be in an Imperial code.
'Tis not a friendly sound, that much is sure. Now, Chewie, come with me and we'll to it. Snow creatures first and now Imperial droids. What portents of great evil may these be? Though I am brave, forsooth these signs do make even my courageous heart begin to fear. I find myself afraid of what may come, that my whole soul shall freeze ere this is done. Chewbacca and myself have ventured out to see the probe. Now Chewie gives a shout. It fires on him, and I respond in turn. Be gone, thou enemy of all that's right. But wait, now what hath happened? I've released a blast most simple. A single blast, yet it appears that single blast was all it could withstand. The blast was lethal, friends. Now naught is left, for it hath been destroyed.
What was it?
A droid. My blast did not strike hard, belike the thing did self-destruct.
'Tis clear, a probe droid from the Empire. This doth mean the start of our rebellion's flight from Hoth, for now that we discovered have been, we lack security.
Agreed. Methinks the Empire knoweth we are here on Hoth. My sense of doom and dread is not without its cause, for this event is grave indeed.
Good friends, dear rebels, comrades, one and all, we have no choice but to flee hastily. Our swift evacuation shall commence, and till 'tis done, make ready our defense.
Exit. Scene 7. Aboard the Empire's Super Star Destroyer. Enter Admiral Ozol, General Veers, and Captain Piet.
My Admiral.
Yes, Captain.
Here's the thing, that thou shouldst see, good sir. We have received a report from a Hoth system probe, the best we've found so far.
Your best belike shall be bested be, for thousands of these probes we have a wandering the galaxy. And looking for rebels, I want proof, Piet, not leads. Proof, only that is best.
But sir, this best is better yet, for it hath found some form of life upon the ground.
How better yet? How best? It could be but an error or some useless reading. If we were to follow every lead, our best would soon turn worst.
And yet I do maintain my best is better yet, for this 'tis said that Hoth is all devoid of human forms. It seems, good sir, that rebels have been found. Why else would sign of life appear on Hoth? I'll warrant, sir, my forecast shall prevail.
Enter Darth Vader.
I found something good.
My lord, we have. A probe that late hath made descent on Hoth, hath made discovery of both life forms and the appearance of a power source.
Piet shows Vader the screen.
Thy judgment hath proved best, Piet. 'Tis them. Forsooth, the rebels may be found therein.
My lord, there are throughout the galaxy so many settlements we have not mapped. This could be smugglers, maybe even...
Nay, that is the system, certain am I of it, and Skywalker is with them there. Now set thy course toward Hoth, and General Veers, prepare your men for combat.
Exit Admiral Ozzel, General Veers, and Captain Piet.
Hath not a Sith eyes? Hath not a Sith such feelings, heart, and soul as any Jedi Knight did e'er possess? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you blast us, shall we not injured be? If you assault with lightsabers, do we not die? I have a body, as do other men, though made in part of wires and steel. And I various passions feel, as all men do. So I, a Sith, shall not distracted be till I attain the thing for which I seek. Therefore I shall pursue this Skywalker until the limit of the galaxy. For true, he hath the Death Star quite destroyed, and true, he hath the Force with him as well. But truly, more than that the boy doth have. For truth be told, his name doth stir my soul. The boy's connection to myself I do not understand as yet. This Skywalker must have some link to my life past, but what? So shall this Sith pursue this rebel lad and find the missing truth of Vader's life.
Enter General Veers.
What news dost thou have, General Veers?
My lord, our noble fleet hath flown to Hoth in haste, with hopes to catch the rebels by surprise. The fleet hath moved out of the lightspeed now, but ComScan hath detected a sharp field of energy surrounding the planet 6 within the system. It is strong enough to hinder what bombardment we can make. The grim news I report with saddens mine. It seems, my lord, our fleet is all too close.
The rebels are aware of our attack, for Admiral Ozzel left lightspeed too near the Hoth.
He believes surprise was wiser.
Say no more. Speak not to his defense. He is as clumsy as he is replete with ignorance. Prepare your troops. Now Veers to lead a ground attack. We shall still win the day despite the blunder.
Aye.
Exit General Veers. Vader hails Admiral Ozzel and Captain Piet, who enter by balcony.
Lord Vader, I am happy to report the fleet has come out of lightspeed and is prepared to...
Darth Vader begins to choke Admiral Ozzel using the Force.
Thou have failed me once again, but never more shalt thou have chance to fail. I bring the Force to bear upon thy throat, that thou in thy last breath shall know my power. Captain Piet.
My lord.
Prepare to land our troops beyond the shield of energy, and then deploy our fleet so naught can escape the system. Do it, Admiral Piet, and be thou sure to rise to thy new rank.
Admiral Ozzel dies.
Alas, with this promotion comes some dread, for Vader hath no reverence for the head.
Exit. Act 2, Scene 1, the Rebel base on Hoth. Enter Han Solo and Chewbacca working on the Millennium Falcon with a maintenance droid.
Pilot must respect his ship with care and play physician to her every need. With patience and with tender healing touch, I caringly embrace each bolt and wire. Now 'tis repaired. Good Chewie, try it now.
The ship begins to smoke and spark.
Nay, act thou with speed and turn it off. Physician, heal thyself from too much haste.
Enter Luke Skywalker.
The last time I said my farewell to these compatriots of mine, 'twas ere the Death Star battle when it seemed as though they were deserting us. But now their valor proved, their hearts aligned with good rebellion's cause. I'll wish them on their merry way with joy. Chewbacca, brave, 'tis not my time to leave, for soon to Dagobah my path is bound. How tight your embrace doth warm my heart, but also strains my bones, thou jolly brute.
Well met, young lad. There must be a reason be why this malfunction hath occurred, but now I prithee get thee hence.
Exit maintenance droid.
Art thou well?
Aye, verily. What words would I say to this man here if words were loud enough? But hath a word e'er been created which could tell the comrade's love I feel for him? Articulate the good I sense in him? Express the debt of life I owe to him? At times 'tis true that words betray us all. The mighty power of language fails to speak, and neither tongue nor rhetoric gives aid. This Han hath found a life among our band that did transform his former solo self. But now he takes his leave to pay the price of former indiscretions come to call. I would explain how much he means to me. I would disclose my deep respect for him. I would unveil my brother-like regard. I would reveal the workings of my soul. But at this moment, words are rendered weak. Thus he must see the story in my eyes, peruse the tale that's told within my heart, and there read more than can ever be penned.
Now be thou careful, friend.
That was well.
Exit Luke Skywalker.
A noble lad and true. If fate is kind, I shall make right the danger I am in and live to fight aside him once again.
Exit Han Solo and Chewbacca. Enter the controller and General Regan.
My general, a group of Star Destroyers have just emerged from hyperspace and now has been detected in yon Sector 4.
Divert all power unto our forward shield. In doing so, we may protect the base until the transports their escape have made. Then, let us all prepare for ground assault. Good gentlemen and women, come ye near, for we shall now our very lives defend.
Enter rebel pilots, including Hobie and Major Durlin and Princess Leia.
Good cheer. All preparations have been made, both for the swift retreat of transports hence, and to defend our base until they're fled. The carriers shall meet up at the north, and larger transports leave once they are full. 2 fighter escorts shall be sent with each and shall remain quite close, for our strong shield will disarm and be a fleet length of time. 'Twill be a passage dangerous, no doubt, but with the force we shall prevail, indeed.
I prithee, say again, shall only 2 of our small fighters match a Star Destroyer?
Pray, screw your courage to the sticking place. Our ion cannon shall with lethal fire make every pathway clear. I've cleared the shield of energy and going on into our rendezvous. Do all agree? Will ye all go in great rebellion's name?
Aye, Princess.
Aye, Princess.
Aye.
Princess, aye!
Aye, Princess.
We shall heed thy command.
Now, everyone unto their stations. Go!
Exit rebel pilots, including Hobie and Lieutenant Durlin.
Be like the power generators, will their primary target be. Prepare thou now to open up the shield, and may the force attend our swift retreat, and our hearts inspire.
Now stand by ion cannon. Aye, and fire. Exit. Scene 2, the ice world of Hoth. The transports make their way deep into space. The ion cannon leads as they take flight, but now the rebels' grave new dangers face, and the Empire sends a ground assault to fight. Enter Luke Skywalker and Dak, his co-pilot, with rebel pilots including Wedge Antilles, Janson, and Zev.
How dost thou fare, good sir? For I have heard of your unlucky recent incident. How is it with thee after the attack?
Well, I thank thee, Dak. And art thou well?
Aye, truthfully. Commander, I do feel I could the Empire overthrow myself if I were given the opportunity. A single warrior to bring them down, a single hand to show the rebellion's strength, a single mind that could outwit them all, and a single Dak to best the Empire's might.
Oh, noble soul, how like a soldier said. It seems that thou and I are fashioned from one cloth. One fabric knits our souls together. The feeling to express is one I've known. Indeed, it is a potent privilege, but also brings responsibility.
Enter AT-ATs 1, 2, and 3, giant Imperial walkers on other side.
But who did bid thee join with us?
Piet. 'Twas he who ordered me to come with ye to crush the rebels and their little base.
Well said, for I know of no base. 'Twill be a victory great when 'tis destroyed. But think we shall in this fight prevail? The rebels are a force formidable.
My friends, we have had quite enough of talk. The battle is upon us. Let us go. And you who doubt, I pray remember this. Although we are but AT-ATs, gray and plain, we have a noble task to undertake. Our mighty emperor's reign to protect, the great Darth Vader to obey and aid, and Admiral Priet to serve with pride. So, shall an AT-AT swoon before the fight, or should our legs be shaken ere the assault? Have we been made to cower? I say nay! An AT-AT should be made of sterner stuff.
I pray, good walker, is he ever thus?
Aye, truly, sir. I never yet have met an all-terrain armored transport who is loftier in mind than this one here. Indeed, although like us, he's made of steel, he never enters battle zones unless he hath made some great speech to steel his nerves. It does no harm.
No harm but to mine ears. I'd rather fight than hear another speech.
Now let us go, these rebels to destroy!
AT-ATs advance on Luke Skywalker and other rebel pilots.
Stay together, men!
Alas, good Luke, the ship's computer hath malfunctioned. Oh, I am not set for this attack.
Be patient. We shall use pattern Delta now and on!
Rebels and AT-ATs duel, and rebels quickly retreat.
A hit! A very palpable hit! Wait! Although my shots have found their mark, their blasts have no effect. That's their armor! Fie! Our blasters are too weak to penetrate the strength of their robust interiors. Rogue One, use thy harpoons and cables too. Let us go for their legs and trip them up. Perhaps they may be bested from beneath. Dak, art thou with me?
This malfunction hath put fire into the system. I'll attempt to quickly gain some power another way.
I prithee, be thou careful now, young Dak.
The fight resumes. Dak is struck.
Alas, I die. Farewell, Commander Luke.
Dak dies.
Nay, Dak! Oh, agony of battle, curse of war, and dread of every soldier's heart, to suffer at the hands of enemies, to end one's days by power of the unjust. What use is war? For it doth ravage all within its path, and what hath it e'er solved? 'Tis rare that peace doth follow in war's wake. Indeed, this recent blow doth only urge and heighten my destructive sentiments. I shall avenge thee, Dak, and slay these here who hath thy lifeblood ta'en and sealed thy fate.
No more of these amusements with the weak. 'Tis time to make this victory our own. Head for the power generator, mates. The battle's nearly won.
Rogue 3, dost hear?
I do, Rogue Leader.
Wedge, I need thee now. I've lost my gunner. Thou must strike their legs with thy harpoon. I'll give the aid. We'll fly together. Follow close behind me.
Aye, now activate harpoon and slay these beasts.
The fight resumes. Wedge and his gunner Janson strike AT-AT-1 with a rope around the legs.
What treachery! The rebels have assailed my weakest part. My legs, good comrades. They have struck where I am most vulnerable.
Well hit, brave Janson. Now encircle him and bring this giant down to meet his end. It worketh, friends. His legs hath been confined, and thus the brute hath trouble with his stride. Just one more pass around, and then detach.
The cable is detached. He falls.
Alack! I perish, comrades! I perish!
AT-AT falls and dies.
Aha! And thus our Dak hath been avenged.
I see thy handiwork. Well done, Strong Wedge. Dak's memory we honor by this strike.
The rebels have destroyed one of our lot, but we shall yet overwhelm them utterly. I'll make the approach unto their hidden base, identify their systems in my sights, and then shall on the generators fire.
Rogue 2, art thou beside me in this fight? We need the help of every fighter here. Not long ago, thou rescued Han and me from our meek shelter on the ice of Hoth. Thou art a man of cunning, strength, and wit, and thus I ask thee on thy honor, sir. Art thou prepared to face this harsh assault?
Aye, verily, rogue leader, that I am. My life I am prepared to sacrifice to save the rebellion from this fierce attack.
Then let us all approach the naves again. Prepare your swift harpoon and we shall strike.
They think themselves the noble ones, but we defend the Emperor's righteousness today.
Well spoken. Let us fight for Empire's might.
They duel again.
Oh, look, I have been hit, and I anon. Remember me wherein thou speakest of this.
Zev is slain.
Ah! Alas, poor Zev! Too many lost. Such good and worthy men have met their end to these confounded walkers. Fie! This battle bleak may mean rebellion's end. 'Tis now my turn. My ship hath ta'en a hit. I fall, and yet am not slain. Indeed, though here I lie upon the ground, I spy an opportunity. For while this awful monster walks above, I spy his weakness as I lie below. He passes just beyond me. Now to it! Revenge should have no bounds when friends are slain. And now their memory doth push me on. My lightsaber shall strike the lethal blow. I'll hit where he shall feel it in his heart. If ever such cruel creature did have a heart.
Luke strikes AT-AT-3 from below, and AT-AT-3 dies.
I perish, comrade true, but fall with pride.
Although my fellow AT-ATs meet their end, I press towards my goal with purpose firm. The rebels' power generator is within the target of my lasers keen. Now the fallen AT-ATs I salute. As for my noble emperor, I shoot.
He shoots and destroys the power generator. Exit all in confusion. The rebel base on Hoth. Enter General Rickon and Princess Leia with an aide.
Our power is insufficient to protect 2 transports at one time.
'Tis risky, aye, but this base overpowered is, and shall, I fear, withstand no more of this attack. We have no choice.
Indeed, thou speakest true. Launch all patrols.
Evacuate the staff who do remain within the base. Make haste.
Enter Han Solo and Chewbacca on balcony, repairing the Millennium Falcon.
These endless fixes now are nearly done, and soon we may take flight. 'Tis done too soon. This base shall not survive this great attack.
Ah!
Nay, this one here and that one there. Is clear? I do admit this Wookiee here is dear, but if he break my ship, I'll break his pate.
Enter C-3PO and with R2-D2 aside.
My R2 small, pray be thou safe, good friend, and take especial care of Master Luke. Farewell, farewell, parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say farewell till thou hast left.
Till thou hast left. No poet he, indeed. Alas, it seems that romance is not one of C-3PO's 6 million forms of speech.
Exit R2-D2. C-3PO moves to Princess Leia and General Recon. Loud sounds of shaking are heard.
Oh, zoons! What is this powerful shaking here? The base begins to crumble even now. Our humble shelter made of snow and ice is now defeated by the Empire's might and starts to fall apart. Oh, shall we too? Shall our rebellion suffer the same fate, to be destroyed by the Empire cruel, to be demolished by Imperial strength? Though I had planned to go and save myself from Jabba's bounty hunters, I cannot. This smuggler captain never shall desert whilst friends nearby do mortal peril face. I shall not steal away and leave behind the princess who doth lead the rebels true. She is of great importance, and my life must be secondary to her fate. So shall I take her to the Falcon Swift and spirit her away to someplace safe? 'Tis not because of how I feel about her, nay, not there of love, that much is true. Or if 'tis not, I'll tell myself it is. Now to it, Han, ever great our cause is just.
Han Solo moves to General Recon and Princess Leia.
Your worship, art thou well?
Wherefore art thou yet within this space? Hast thou not fled?
The center of command has been struck down.
And yet hast thou thy clearance to depart?
Depart I shall, but first deliver thee unto thy ship.
Your Highness, we must take this final transport. 'Tis our only hope.
A blast is heard, closer.
Imperial troops have come into the base! Imperial troops have come into the base!
Now end thy stubborn ways and set aside thy prejudice. Thou wilt come with me now. I do command it. Neither argument nor moving speech, nor aught that thou canst say shall away me now. Thou wilt come with me, princess.
Oh, noble man, protector of my soul. Send our evacuation code and get thee to thy transport.
Exit General Recon and aid. Han Solo and Princess Leia begin to walk toward the transport.
Prithee, wait for me.
As they make their way to the ship, a wall falls in their path.
The battle is within the very walls, and every portent tells of dread and doom. Good transport, this is Solo. Take your leave. Our way has now become a wayward thing, all filled with mounds of ice that block our path. This moment calls for quick decision. Thus I shall with Leia flee on Falcon's wings.
Han Solo and Princess Leia run the other way, toward the Millennium Falcon, shutting the door against C-3PO.
But wait, where do you go? Pray do come back. Most typical this is. Oh, wretched fate, to be deserted by my friends most dear. These human beings care but little for us droids who ever served with loyalty. Thus shall I end my days within this base, a frozen remnant of the rebels' stay. Oh, on Hoth, belike on one day explorers shall discover this defeated base, shall dig into its core and find a golden droid whose final resting place was ice and snow. Who would abandon such a lovely droid? No doubt this shall be their response when they espy me here. What wretched humans would leave such a one as this alone to rot? I shudder at this thought. Let it not be. Oh, open your hearts unto my kind, then open wide this door for kindness' sake.
The door opens.
Anon, thou golden rod, thou heap of scrap, else shalt thou ever stay within this base and make thyself a lasting icy grave.
This man is both the reason for my pain and for my joy. My gratitude o'erflows.
They enter the Millennium Falcon.
Now wherefore doth the ship not function right?
Hey, would it help if I had to disembark and push with all the princess's might upon it?
Be like.
Hey, Captain Solo, Captain Solo.
Tut.
It shall wait.
This bucket full of bolts shall ne'er beyond the blockade make escape. We may as well depart the base aboard a Tauntaun's furry back.
The ship hath yet surprising keen maneuvers, sweetheart. Watch, the ship protects us with its lasers true against the Imperial troops who come at us. See, princess? See? Now, Chewie, let us fly and hope we shall not burn the engine out. Repairs are made. Let us repair to space.
One day thou shalt be wrong, and well I hope I shall bear witness to thy failure great.
Anon, Chewbacca, lead us to our fate.
Exit in the Millennium Falcon. Scene 4, the Rebel base on Hoth. Enter Luke Skywalker and R2-D2.
The recent battle is both lost and won. 'Tis lost because of rebels who expired. 'Tis lost because our base is compromised. 'Tis lost because our time on Hoth is done. 'Tis lost because we now evacuate. And yet, 'tis won because 2 walkers fell. 'Tis won because the foes arrived too late. 'Tis won because our transport is away. 'Tis won because we live to fight again. R2, we leave anon with all due speed. Prepare the ship for takeoff. Fear not, R2, for now we fly. Now flies my weary soul to Dagobah, the place that hath in vision called to me. I know not what or who this Yoda is, yet I do trust the ghost of my dear Ben. To be a Jedi is my calling now, to learn the ways of the most potent force. Already have I more mentors than most people would e'er know in 7 lives. But here I am, drawn toward another quest, to travel to an unknown system, aye, and meet an unknown person who, perhaps, doth not expect my sudden visit there. Yet I believe the words that came from Ben were better than a foolproof prophet's tale. There is a tide in the affairs of Jedi, which taken at the flood leads to the Force. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in black holes and in miseries. On such a full sea I am now afloat, and I must take the current where it serves, or lose my chance to find my destiny.
Oh, noble speech! With feeling brute and raw, my master's honor shall I serve with pride. And how best to show him I stand by his side? I'll offer ways to help him navigate.
Nay, nothing's wrong. I merely change our course. We shall not rendezvous with our friends yet. Under the system Dagobah we travel. And what we shall meet there, time shall unravel.
Exit. Scene 5. Space in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. Enter Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Princess Leia.
Hoth is a memory, but trouble still doth follow close behind. With threatening force, the Empire's ships aggressively pursue my well-beloved ship. Shall we escape? Truly, Chewie, I did see them too.
I prithee say, what hast thou seen, O Han?
2 Star Destroyers coming toward the ship.
Enter C-3PO.
Sir, may I but say a thing to thee?
Pray shut him up or shut him down anon. Prepare our shield. They still may be outrun. With all my pilot's wisdom, skill, and might, I shall attempt to outwit these who chase. Now watch, you Empire vile, how I do fly. First up and down, aye, up and down. This Han will lead them up and down. Away we go! Now back and forth, then back round again. They are confounded by my errant moves. They are confused and fall behind. Thus we have slipped away, soon safe from harm. Make ready for the jump to hyperspace.
But sir...
They do approach.
Not yet. Observe.
Observe? What's to observe? Pray, tell me plain.
A fig! The ship seems to malfunction. Fie! 'Tis possible we may be in trouble.
I tried to warn thee, sir. The hyperdrive hath damaged been and cannot do its task. Light speed is verily unfeasible.
Correction, we in trouble truly are. Oh, that all I had fixed were truly fixed, but now I must in haste and under threat of death attempt to fix the ship once more.
He runs to repair the ship, yelling back to Chewbacca.
Where are the horizontal boosters hid? Real dampers, where are they? If only I were but more organized. 'Tis true that order is not a smuggler's gift. Bring me the Hydra spanners quickly now. I know not how we shall escape this time. Of all the situations I have seen, of all the problems small or dangers great, of all the rubs and scrapes have scratched my life, of all the enemies just barely fled, this moment now doth seem the worst of all. Alack! Now what is this? What shakes the ship? How have we gone from bad to still worse yet?
Good Han, return at once.
Han runs back to the cockpit.
'Tis asteroids.
A wicked thought and wonderful idea that cometh to me in this rightful time. I shall here chart a course none would expect, not flee from danger, nay, but welcome it, and in so doing break the Empire's grip while rescuing my princess from all harm. Set course 271.
What didst thou say? Thou wilt not enter in the asteroid field. For certain thou art wild, but not insane.
Yet they would be the matter to give chase.
Thou must not do this to impress me, Han. Already he hath won my heart, 'tis true, yet would I rather live to tell him so.
Good sir, attend. The possibility of navigating fields of asteroids is 3,722 but 1. The odds are well against thee here.
The odds of rescuing a princess, low. The odds of smuggler turning rebel, lower. The odds of ending the Death Star, lowest yet. I tell thee, droid, assail me not with odds.
Behold what keen maneuvers he doth make, and how, like Gungans sinking in the swamp, our enemies do fall behind us, slain. What bravery he showeth for my sake.
If you recall, your highness, you did hope you would bear witness to my failure great. It may be now.
My word I do rescind. We shall be pulverized if we remain floating in this field of wayward rocks. Thou hast thy honor proven, Han. Now please let us seek safety in another place.
I cannot argue with thine argument. I shall attempt to fly us closer in toward a larger asteroid.
Closer? Oh, this is suicide, for where have we to go where we may yet survive? Are we not bound for death?
Aye, this one here shall do. It hath a goodly look.
What goodly look?
Be calm, I prithee, for it shall suffice.
Excuse me, princess, but where are we bound?
The Millennium Falcon flies deep into one of the asteroids.
My hope flies unto you, most worthy man, my hope for us, and for our safety too. I hope it is the force that leadeth thee. I hope that thou dost know what thou dost do.
Thy hopes do echo mine, my lady, true.
Exit into an asteroid's tunnel. Scene 6. Aboard the Empire's Super Star Destroyer. Enter Admiral Piet with Darth Vader replacing his mask.
Oh, sight most tragic. This, a robot man who doth require a mask to stay alive? What situation ever did lead to this? How can he stand to live beneath a mask? But soft yet, and reconsider this, I verily, how shall I judge? The mask he wears is far more obvious than most. With Vader, it is plain he wears a mask, though few have seen the scarring underneath. But truly, what man doth not wear a mask? For all of us are masked in some way. Some choose sharp cruelty as their outward face. Some put themselves behind a king's facade. Some hide behind the mask of bravery. Some put on the disguise of arrogance. But underneath our masks, are we not one? Do we not all wish for love and joy and peace? And whether rebel or imperial, do not our hearts beat in time to make the pounding rhythm of the galaxy? So while Darth Vader's mask keeps him alive and sits upon his face for all to see, 'tis possible he is more honest than a man who wears no mask but hides his self. But come, Piet, now still thy prattling tongue. His private time is done. His mask back on.
Yes, Admiral.
Our ships have found the swift Millennium Falcon, Lord. However, it hath ventured deep into an asteroid field. It seems unsafe to make pursuit therein. To follow it is far too great a risk.
My fear of asteroids concerns me not. I want the ship, not thy most weak dismay.
I understand, my lord, and I shall obey.
Exit. Scene 7, the Dagobah system. Enter Luke Skywalker and R2-D2.
What misadventure I have seen today. Our sensors spied no cities or machines within this system desolate, but life forms plenty. As we made our way onto the planet's atmosphere, all went awry. My X-Wing ship began to shake and groan, my scopes had failed, and I did blindly spin into a landing doomed to end with strife. 'Tis almost fortunate that I did land within this swampy bog, where now the ship is partway sunk. For had I hit the ground, my ship and droid, and even my own self might have been crushed and everything destroyed, but now my ship is fixed in the mire. How it shall come out, I cannot tell. Was this first trouble all I would endure? Nay, it seemeth fate did not see fit to send pain singular, but multiple. Fate hath provided pains abundantly. For this is not the end of our distress. As R2 and I headed for the shore, he fell into the water, wheels to scope, and was assaulted by a mighty beast. I swallowed hold and disappeared from sight. For seeming ages I did search for him, to no avail. And then with frightful scream, he was ejected from the swamp as fast as proton-filled torpedoes from their shaft. Above my head he sailed well o'er the ground and landed in a heap of dirt and grime. It was only for his metal-tasting shell this little droid did live to see tomorrow. So much misfortune. After all this pain, I should feel grateful still to have my life. But now are we marooned within a place where neither friend nor contact may be found. I should have listened to the wise R2 when he said coming here would work us well. Well, our camp is now set up and our food prepared, and my faithful R2 chargeth up his power. A semblance of good order we present, but I have neither stomach nor desire to sit down to a hale and hearty feast. And more pressing too, I must this Yoda find. Indeed, if that good man doth even exist. Look round about, R2. Is this place not unlikely for a Jedi Master's home? 'Tis strange. 'Tis passing strange. 'Tis pitiful.
Enter Yoda, hidden behind.
I know not what it is, dear friend. 'Tis like something appearing from a dream. Some midnight reverie I cannot shake. For neither does this circumstance seem real, nor do I slumber here. Aye, that I know. It seems this place is but a walking shadow. Not dream, not wake, but something in between. The strangeness of the scene creeps in my bones. Yet also do I feel familiar pangs. I know not. I do feel...
Yoda reveals himself.
What dost thou feel? Prithee, I would truly know. What is it thou feelst?
That odd, familiar sense that we are watched.
Away with weapons, I mean no harm, but wonder why thou hast come here.
Thou sneaking imp. I look for someone here.
Looking, are you, Found someone you have, it seems, Is that not correct?
'Tis true, I may suppose. I've someone found, though such a one as this did not expect.
Help you I can. Aye, indeed. More help shall be than he imagines.
Nay, I think not. My search is for a great and mighty warrior, a man of strength.
Oh, great warrior. A great warrior you seek. Wars not make one great. But soft, no more of talking, for my appetite dinner demandeth. Thus shall I explore the food thou hast here prepared. And I shall taste.
Nay, unhand my supper, little one.
Thou dost grow so big when the fruit of thy diet is of this strange kind.
Attend, my friend. Thou must leave this alone. My food that I need of is trying to fuel our ship. I did not try to land inside that puddle drear, and if we could our ship remove, we would. But we cannot. At least I don't know how it should be done.
Yoda rummages through Luke's supplies, discarding them to the ground.
Unfortunate ship? Thou canst not get it out, Oh, what merry light!
Yoda removes a light from Luke's supplies.
Oh, a mess thou now hast made. Give me that light.
'Tis mine, 'tis mine. I shall the pretty thing have, or I help you not.
I need not thine assistance. Nay, I need my lamp, for it shall guide me out of this most slimy and disgusting hole of mud.
Oh, what slimy, what mud! Thou speakst indeed of my home!
R2-D2 reaches out and grabs the lamp.
Alas, naughty droid!
R2-D2 and Yoda fight for the lamp.
R2, let the creature have it now.
R2-D2 releases the lamp.
Now, move along, good fellow. We have much to do. Thou art small in both size and help.
Nay, I shall stay, for I shall stay and help thee find thy long-lost friend.
Thou dost not understand, thou useless scamp. I search not for a friend in this damp place, but for a Jedi master, wise in skill.
Oh, Jedi Master! Yoda that you seek it is, truly Yoda!
A strange turn of events. This tiny sprite may yet prove useful if he knows the man. Attend, thou knowest of Yoda, little one?
I'll take thee to him. Aye, but first, let us eat food. Come, I good food have.
I follow. R2, stay and watch the camp. Mayhap some hope still lives within this damp.
Exit. Luke following Yoda. Act 3, Scene 1. Aboard the Millennium Falcon, inside the asteroid. Enter Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, and C-3PO.
Now shall I shut down everything except the ship's emergency power systems.
Sir, I am almost afraid to ask, but doth this mean that I shall be shut down as well?
Nay, nay, good droid, for thou shalt speak unto the Falcon to determine wherefore doth the hyperdrive not operate right. For once I find the useful goldenrod.
The ship shakes, and all are rocked from side to side.
Sir, it is possible this asteroid may not be entirely stable.
Dost thou think? O droid of wisdom, skill, and excellence, however would I survive if I did not have thee here to reveal such mysteries? From usefulness to obvious within a single stroke. I pray, Chewbacca, take this scholar made of wires and metal to the back and plug him into the hyperdrive.
Sometimes I do not comprehend the strange and varied ways of human beings. True it is that I did only try to help.
Exit Chewbacca and C-3PO. The ship shakes again, and Leia falls into Han's arms.
Oh, happy accident. Oh, fall most fair. Now in his arms where I have longed to be. I know not whether 'tis the ship, or if it is my heart that I feel quaking. Yet alas, this moment not befits our love. The situation is too strained. I wish with all my being to be in this place, but not like this. Pray let me go.
Tut tut.
I prithee let me go.
A small request that tears apart my soul. Indeed, indeed. Be not without excitement overcome.
My captain, being held by you is far too plain a thing to e'er excite my mood.
I crave your kindly pardon, sweetheart fierce, but we have little time for something else. I'll leave thee here alone, and then mayhap the time apart shall heighten thy desire.
Oh,
Exit Han Solo.
man of pride and will most obstinate. However can I love thee, being as you are? But being other than you are, I would not love thee. how this pirate hath laid claim upon the bounty of my soul. Wherefore did I speak so testily? Why is it that whenever he is near, my wit is turned into a laser beam with Han placed firmly in its sights? I tear his heart in twain with words too cruel and harsh, then wonder why he is so full of pride. 'Tis now quite clear that he with arrogance doth speak so that he may his heart protect. Forsooth, was e'er a woman placed in so delicate a situation yet?
Exit Princess Leia. Enter C-3PO.
Oh, where is that knave R2 now? For when I need him most, then is he far away, perhaps on some adventure which will serve to puff him up most mightily, and leave him ever bragging o'er his exploits. Pish! The scrawny errant scamp perplexes me, for he is both my nuisance and delight, the thorn deep in my side, and stranger still, the very object of my happiness.
Enter Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Now, Captain Solo, pray a word with thee.
A word from thee belike means 100 more.
I know not where your ship did learn to speak. It hath a most peculiar dialect. It is as though 'twere programmed by a thief, and spends its days with smugglers, thugs, and crooks. But now no more of that. My point is made. It doth report the power coupling on the axis negative is polarized, and must replaced be to operate.
'Tis plain it must replaced be. Presume thou not to tell a pilot, one so grand as me at least, the business of his ship.
Exit C-3PO.
Good Chewie? It seems we must replace the power coupling negative, yes?
Exit Chewbacca. Enter Princess Leia aside, working.
We are alone. Yet every time I have approached her recently, I've been rebuffed. This should not be a nut I cannot crack. I am not ignorant in women's ways. Although, by troth, most often when I speak of she or her, I indicate my ship. And yet, I am a man of many strengths. I pilot ships with talent, skill, and grace. In battles or in races hard to best, my swift maneuvers legendary. Are and through the galaxy, my ship is known. But with this princess, all my skill is naught. My tongue is tied, and I resort to barbs and witticisms sloppily conveyed. How shall I show this princess my true heart? How set aside my ego and be kind? Here in this moment, I shall undertake to set my pathway not toward my pride, but through the smoother course that runs to love.
He approaches to help her and is shoved away.
Pray patience, worship, I but try to help.
Couldst thou forswear thy pompous attitude and promise thou shalt ne'er call me that name?
I, Leia.
Prithee, give me patience now to make him thine. Respond thou not with fire. You do not make it simple.
Yes, 'tis true. But 'tis not I alone who is to blame, for thou couldst softer and more gentle be. Oh, princess, may we end these pointless games? May we two souls of flame extinguished be, just long enough to drink of love's rewards. I ask thee truly, dost thou sometimes think that certain virtues may be found in me? Canst thou imagine ever looking deep into my soul to see the man within?
Occasionally, mayhap, when you are not acting in the manner of a scoundrel.
A scoundrel. Scoundrel is the word you choose. I like that word when spoken from your lips.
Pray, cease that touch. It doth my heart confuse.
But wherefore cease? What reason shall eclipse the greater reason of my heart's content?
But lo, my hands are dirtied with my work.
My hands are likewise dirty. Pray assent unto this moment. What fear makes you shirk?
What fear? I tell thee, I am not afraid.
Did I imagine that your hands did shake? Thou likest that I am of scoundrel made, but thy life could more scoundrel gladly take. If thou wouldst cast my suit off, think again. I would that thou would within me deeper look.
I tell thee true, that I do like nice men.
I too am nice.
They kiss. Enter C-3PO.
He kisses by the book.
Sir, I've isolated the reverse flux power coupling. Have I done thee proud?
Exit Princess Leia.
Oh, thank you, 3PO. Thank you so much.
But speak none of it, sir. I have a touch.
Exit. Scene 2. Aboard the Empire Super Star Destroyer. Enter Darth Vader and Captain Needa in beam.
The Millennium Falcon made its way onto the field of asteroids, and that, my great Lord Vader, was the last that they were within our scopes did e'er appear. They must have been destroyed if one considers all the damage we have tolerated here.
Your answer's insufficient, Captain, for I know they are alive. My scanners are poor proxies for the Force. Now listen well to my command. I tell thee, every ship that hath some power left to give shall search the asteroid field until they have been found.
I shall with haste fulfill thy shrewd decree.
Exit Captain Needa from beam. Enter Admiral Piet.
My lord.
Yes, Admiral.
The Emperor commands that thou do contact him at once.
And move the ship out of the asteroid field that I may with my master clearly speak.
We will, my lord.
Exit Admiral Piet.
Now shall I speak with my dread Emperor, the man who gave me life when all was lost, the man to whom I owe all that I am and e'er shall be, the man indeed who like a father is to me. His plans for power and schemes most excellent I do obey and carry out with pride. Though people fear my aspect bleak and dark, they should more surely fear what I will do when answering his perfect, flawless will. For sooner would I sacrifice my life than disobey the word of this great man.
Enter Emperor Palpatine in beam.
What is thy bidding, Master pure and true?
There is a great disturbance in the Force.
I too have felt it.
A new enemy arises in the rebel who destroyed the Death Star, and I have no doubt this boy is kin to Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, profoundest revelation. I knew he was powerful and bore Skywalker's name, yet that the boy is kin to Anakin I did not see. How is this possible?
You only must within your feelings search, Lord Vader. Then shalt thou too know this true. He could destroy us.
He is but a boy, and Obi-Wan no longer is his help.
The Force is strong with him, and mark me well, the son of Skywalker must ne'er become a Jedi. Dost thou comprehend my words?
I do his meaning understand, and yet another future for this boy I'll write. Not death, but something even greater still. It may be that this young Skywalker will still prove to be most worthy of the name. If he could but be turned, an ally strong he could become.
Indeed, thou speakest true. The boy may prove himself an asset, sure. Can it be done? What is thy true reply?
The boy shall surely join us, or shall die.
Exit. Scene 3. Inside Yoda's homestead. Enter Luke Skywalker.
This creature I have followed to his home, but still no further answers are revealed. It seemeth that he stalls in bringing me unto the one I truly hope to see. With all that hath befallen in this place, my patience runneth thin. I'll press the point.
Enter Yoda.
Thy generosity is truly rare. I'll warrant that thy food delicious is, yet neither rhyme nor reason have I heard of wherefore we may not go even now to see good Master Yoda where he lives.
Pray, patience, young one, for Jedi too must eat. Thus my good food, eat now.
How many leagues away is Yoda? Shall the journey be long?
Not far is Yoda. Aye, soon thou shalt be with him. First, eat of root leaf. Feast for a Jedi. Food that enlivens the mind should thy repast be. And now, a question. What drives the young man's heart to learn the Jedi way?
This is an inquiry perceptive, friend, for I am driven by force unto the force. My noble father doth inform my steps.
Thy father, indeed. Powerful Jedi was he. Powerful Jedi.
Avaunt, thou silly creature. How canst thou my father know? For surely thou dost not even know who I am. Fie, I know not what or who or why or when or where or how hath brought about this meeting. Time is short. Each minute passed with thee hath gone to waste.
I cannot teach him. The boy hath none of patience. How shall he be taught?
The voice of the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi is heard.
He lacks patience, but patience can be learned.
Much anger in him, sudden and quick in quarrel, too like his father.
Was I then different when thou didst teach me?
He is not ready. Is now the thing that I see. This one's unprepared.
Yoda. Nay, but Ben, pray argue for my cause, for verily prepared am I. I can and shall be a Jedi. True, Ben?
Ready are you, What know you yet of ready? Say not of ready. For 800 years have I the Jedi trained, so say not ready. I my own counsel shall keep on who's to be trained. A Jedi is wise. A strong commitment and a most serious mind are necessary. Long have I watched him, all his life looking away to the future, to the horizon, ne'er his mind on where he was, what he was doing. Ventures, excitement, a Jedi craveth not these. Thou art reckless, aye.
So was I, if thou dost think on it.
And he is too old, the training to begin now. Certain he is too old.
Master Yoda, I've learned so much.
And will he finish the thing he doth begin here? I prithee tell me.
I shall not fail thee, 'tis my promise true, for I am not afraid of anything.
Thou shalt be yet, Luke. My words most carefully heed. Thou shalt be, indeed.
Exit. Scene 4. Aboard the Millennium Falcon inside the asteroid. Enter Han Solo, Chewbacca, and C-3PO.
Good sir, if I may venture my belief.
I tell thee honestly, C-3PO, that neither appetite nor inclination have I to feast upon your odd beliefs. Do thou thy work, but keep opinion out, and we shall feast together on the silence.
Enter Princess Leia in fear.
Oh, Han, a horrid sight I have just seen. Whilst I did in the cockpit sit and think.
On what? Pray tell, what didst thou think upon?
'Tis not the time for jokes and parries, please. As I did sit there, suddenly a jolt went through me as I heard a sound upon the window. Looking closer, I spied something. A second beast outside that hard upon the window fell. There's something out there, Han, beyond the ship, abiding in the cave.
A great sound is heard and the ship shakes.
Listen.
I shall venture out to see.
Nay, art thou mad? It is not wise or safe to go without when there are creatures we know nothing of.
This bucket is just fixed? Wouldst thou I let something tear it apart?
I see thy reason and shall go with thee.
I shall with courage and with honor stay behind to bravely guard the ship.
Another sound is heard.
Oh dear.
Exit C-3PO as the others go outside the ship.
I have a bad feeling about this cave. What odd new situation find we here? Do not these signs and portents give thee fear?
Aye.
Han sees something move.
Take thou cover.
He shoots.
'Tis all right.
What is it?
'Tis what I did suspect, some Minox. They are fastened to the ship with power cables.
Minox? What beasts?
Return inside and we shall search for more.
Several Minox fly by. Han shoots and the cave walls shake.
But hold one moment. Something seems awry. For blaster fire should not cause walls to shake.
Han shoots the cave wall and the ground shakes mightily.
Oh, horror. For I now do understand. The cave doth quake whenever it is shot. But what knows rock of pain or stone of hurt? Whenever did a cave feel anything? Impossible it is, unless a cave. Pray, go inside.
They run into the Millennium Falcon.
With speed now, Chewie, let us fly away.
The Empire is without, we should not go.
We've no time to discuss this in committee.
Now, fie, thou scoundrel, I am no committee.
They arrive in the cockpit and start the ship.
See reason, for thou canst not make the jump to light speed amidst this field of asteroids.
Make sure thy back end finds a seat. We go!
They begin to leave the cave, which is actually an Exogor or space slug. Its mouth begins to close. Enter C-3PO.
Observe, we are destroyed.
I see it plain.
Oh, we are doomed.
The cave, it doth collapse.
This is no cave, and I am not its food. Now we do fly another close escape.
Exit C-3PO, Han Solo, Princess Leia, and Chewbacca in the Millennium Falcon, flying out of Exogor's mouth and leaving it alone on stage.
Alas! Another meal hath fled and gone, and in the process I am sorely hurt. Those travelers who escaped my reach must meet past the endurance of a block. My stomach they did injure mightily with jabs and pricks as though needles were abounding in my belly. Oh, cruel fate, to be a space slug. It is a lonely lot, with no one on this rock to share my life. No true companion here to mock my days, and now my meals do from my body fly. Was e'er a beast by supper so abused? Was e'er a creature's case so pitiful? Was e'er an Exogor as sad as I? Was e'er a tragedy as deep as mine? I shall, with weeping, crawl back to my cave, which shall, sans food, be like become my grave.
Exit. Scene 5, the Dagobah system. Enter Yoda, R2-D2, and Luke Skywalker, training.
This Yoda is indeed a teacher wise, and hath agreed to train me in the way of Jedi. Strong and quick I show myself, with leaps and flips I train my body and instill within a Jedi's discipline. Aye, with the Force I like a sand bat fly. My spirit feeleth free, my muscles strong, my mind is calm inside, my heart is still. What gratitude I feel toward this new and treasured mentor. Thus I train my best. His expectations I'll not disappoint.
Now run, indeed run. A Jedi's strength does surely come from the Force, Luke. but mind the dark side. Anger, fear, aggression, from the dark side are they. Easily they flow, quick to join you in a fight. Aye, they do not fail. Once on the dark path, forever shall it control thy destiny, Luke. It shall consume thee, as it did the apprentice of good Obi-Wan.
Darth Vader. Legendary is his power. But Master, hath the dark side greater strength?
Nay, nay, forsooth nay. 'Tis quicker, easier, more seductive only.
But how, good Master, shall I know the good side from the bad, the darkness from the light?
Thou shalt know, my lad, when thou art calm and passive. I hope thou shalt know, when faced with terror and with thy father's grim fate. I hope thou shalt know. A Jedi uses the Force only for knowledge and defense. Is clear? The Force is no club, neither is it a weapon used for attacking.
Yet it is still a weapon for defense. So wherefore may I not the Force employ...
Nay, that's no wherefore. Nothing more shall come today. From thy questions, rest.
Relieved am I this training to complete, if only for this day, which hath been years. Is this not a strange and troubling thing? Where only moments past I felt at ease, now there's some sprite within that troubles me, a chill, a solemn aura in my bones. I would not much ado or nothing make. But still I shall ask Yoda what it is. I feel a cold, a presage here of death. What is it that I sense within this place?
Yoda points to the opening of a cave.
With the Force's dark side, is that place yonder quite strong? A place of evil? Discover thou shalt that wherever good is found, evil is nearby. Here on Dagobah 'tis also so, for e'en here that evil place is. Bound thou art now, Luke, to enter it and face its deepest darknesses.
Sir, I prithee, tell me, what's within?
Only that which thou shalt take away with thee, Luke.
Luke begins to enter the cave, carrying his weapons.
Take not thy weapons.
Luke enters, bringing his weapons, as Yoda and R2-D2 remain outside.
What twists of knotted vines and tangled fates await me in this hole? I shall go in and prove that I am not afraid of it, nor any task or misadventures here. What evil can await I have not seen? For I have faced evil enemies who killed my mentor and my family. What evil in this place can greater be? Now doth time seem to slowly beat its pace, and all is like a thick and restless dream. But wait, who comes unto this deep, dark place? It moves with grace. Is it my father, good?
Enters shadow of Darth Vader.
Nay, how I have been deceived, abused, for it is Vader here, my greatest foe, the cruel defiler of my father's youth. I stand prepared to do battle as a Jedi, full of rage and righteous hate. Now up, lightsaber, light my keen revenge. Lay on, Darth Vader, damned henchman vile. And now we fight. It seems that my limbs are made of stone, but he is slower still. I see my chance to strike and let it fall, that blow that shall release my father's soul. And now Vader's head doth fall onto the ground. Then I feel no relief, but only pain. The mask doth split, his visage to reveal. Oh, I shall see the face that killed a man, that killed 1,000 fathers like my own. But wait, what is this here? And can it be? This is no face of Vader, 'tis my face. The horror! Oh, the horror, darker yet than e'er I had imagined possible. The greatest evil I may face. Myself.
Exit Luke in fear.
Now hath he seen it, and he shall ever see it, till he sees it through.
Exit Yoda.
O strange and somber night that falleth here, My master Luke, all out of sorts from what he spies inside this hole. What lesson is it Yoda hath revealed to him inside? I would that my master I could protect, but such is not the role I have to play. And thus, since I may not protector be, my path shall be to play the fool and watch. I shall maintain my droid-like silence, and bear witness as the boy becomes the man. The learner doth become the Jedi, true. Content yourself with this, R2, and rest. For other times than these require your best.
Exit. Scene 6. Space aboard the Empire's Super Star Destroyer and the Millennium Falcon. Enter Admiral Piet and Imperial Controller, with Darth Vader and bounty hunters, including Boba Fett, aside, aboard the Super Star Destroyer.
These bounty hunters, oh, they reek. We have no need for their most wretched scum.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
The rebels surely shall not escape us now.
We have been hailed by the Avenger ship.
Now let us hear it.
There shall be rewards aplenty for the one who finds the swift Millennium Falcon. You may use whatever approaches, weapons, means, or what ye will, but mark ye well, I want them alive. No disintegration. Clear.
As you wish. The darkest Sith that e'er did live, and I am his choice to find those he cannot. Yet who am I? A mere bounty hunter like the others here? Nay, far more. I am Boba Fett, the vilest, fiercest, most deadly hunter in the galaxy. More than that, Darth Vader knows that I shall serve him well and faithfully in the pursuit of Solo. He knoweth well that Boba Fett doth worship at sweet compensation's throne, and would happily betray my own kin to earn the great reward that hath been promised. I would kill Solo without a thought, for what is he to me? Disintegrations indeed. I would disintegrate, disembowel, dismember, destroy utterly Han Solo, for I know him not, nor care what he hath done to earn Darth Vader's ire and the scorn of Jabba the Hutt. I shall play my bounty hunter's part, obey the Dark Lord, take my prize from the Empire, and receive a second prize on the dunes of Tatooine. A double prize. 'Tis wonderful a bounty hunter to be.
My lord, the ship hath been discovered.
Exit Darth Vader, Boba Fett, other bounty hunters, Admiral Piet, and Imperial Controller. Enter Han Solo, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, and C-3PO aboard the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, praise the Maker! We are venturing out of the asteroid field and are alive. Miraculous! I almost am convinced that Captain Solo bears a hero's air.
If someone could send me the page number, that would be great. I've seemed to have lost my place.
I think we're on 93.
93, oh God. Can I get the starting line, please?
Now let us hence.
I'm so sorry. I'm completely lost.
Right after the Boba Fett stuff, if you see a picture of Boba Fett.
I'm scrolling.
Thanks, Joe.
I'm scrolling, guys. I'm so sorry.
It's 64 if you've got the ones John sent.
64. Okay, I can work with that. Wait, 64? All right, someone else read my line.
Now let us hence, Chewbacca. Art prepared for lightspeed. Now 1, 2, 3.
Yes, thank you.
Go.
The Millennium Falcon makes a sound and fails.
'Tis not fair. I say it is not just.
A hero, did I say? Oh, man of folly.
The transfer circuits do not work. 'Tis not my fault.
No light speed once again.
'Tis not my fault, in troth. 'Tis not my fault.
The rear deflector shield is compromised, and if we do sustain another hit upon the ship's back quarter, 'tis our end.
'Tis madness this maneuver I'll attempt, but desperate times for desperate measures called. Turn thou this ship around. Turn it around! I shall put all our power to the shields in front.
Thou wilt attack a star destroyer?
Sir, the odds of our success in a direct attack upon a Star Destroyer...
Hot!
Exit, flying toward the Star Destroyer. Enter Captain Nita, Tracking Officer and Communications Officer.
They move into attack position. Shields! But now where are they gone? Pray, track them straight.
Troy.
The ship's no longer shown in any scopes.
That is impossible. No ship that small hath any ways or means to cloak itself. Nay, they cannot, as magic, disappear.
Good Captain Nita, our Lord Vader doth demand an update of our keen pursuit.
O dreaded moment. This shall mean my death. Farewell now, for my life's gone with the ship. Prepare a shuttle for me. I'll accept the full responsibility for their escape and shall apologize unto Lord Vader. Keep thy watch most vigilant.
Aye, Captain Nita.
Exit Tracking
Captain
and
Nita.
Communications Officers. Enter Darth Vader as Captain Nita makes his way toward him.
On thy mercy great, I throw myself and all my hopes, dear Lord. The great Millennium Falcons now is fled. It hath evaded even our vast fleet. Take my apology.
Ship is lost, and thus thy life. Dead for a ducat, dead.
Darth Vader chokes Captain Nita with the Force, killing him.
The necks of fools deserve a crushing force. Let this serve as thy dying lesson, Nida. With that last breath, thy recompense is done, and all apologies accepted.
Enter Admiral Piet.
Lord, our scout of the surrounding area is now complete, but has, alas, found naught. Lord, if the swift Millennium Falcon hath made good the jump to light speed, it may be beyond the far end of the galaxy.
Alert thou every Imperial post, and calculate the ship's most likely course from its trajectory as it did flee.
Aye, Lord. I'll warrant we shall find them soon.
Exit Admiral Piet.
Oh, ancestors, pray save me from these fools, who with their instruments and scanners could not find a bantha in a womp rat's hole. But calm thyself now, Vader, be at ease. This momentary failure may yet prove most beneficial, and I'll warrant that the time shall not go duly by us, for it shall be used to finalize my plans, and think upon the moment when I shall both meet and then defeat the Skywalker who dares to call the Empire enemy. So let these rebels go for now, my soul, and ponder how to make their downfall whole.
Exit. Scene 7. The Dagobah System. Enter Yoda, R2-D2, and Luke Skywalker, who practices lifting things with the Force.
Use the Force, Luke, yes. Now lift thou the stone. Feel it. The Force within flows.
R2-D2 begins to beep as Luke's ship sinks.
Nay, listen thou not to the droid and all his beeps. Do thou concentrate.
Everything that was lifted falls.
We shall never extricate the ship.
So certain are you? Always with you, my pupil, it cannot be done. What have we here? Hearst thou nothing that I say? Dost thou attend, Luke? If depend upon the force thou shalt, anything possible shall be.
But master, moving stones with the great force I do admit may be achieved. But this ship to lift its hulk, its mass, its size, 'tis different. Aye, wholly different.
Nay, no different. Only within thy mind, Luke, different it is. Thou must unlearn all those things that thou hast learned. Dost thou understand?
Troth, I understand. I shall try.
Nay, nay, try thou not, but do thou, or do thou not, for there is no try.
I shall stretch out my mind and shall attempt, but this is madness, lifting even a ship. The greatest Jedi cannot achieve that which is patently impossible. Methinks no force can move this ship, and thus I certain am I shall never do this.
Luke tries to lift the ship with the force, but the ship sinks lower.
Cannot. 'Tis much too big.
Nay, size matters not. Look thou at me, I prithee. Judge me by my size, and where you should not. For my ally, 'tis the force, a powerful ally. Life doth create it. Its energy surrounds us, binds us together. Luminous beings are we. We are not this crude matter. You must feel the force all around thee, here, between thou and me, tree, rock, everywhere it is. In between the land and your ever-sinking ship, the force is there too.
I know now thou dost ask the impossible.
Luke sits aside as Yoda lifts his hands.
Be mindful, young one, and watch what inner strength great may come from small size.
Yoda moves the ship out of the swamp using the force.
The ship? It cometh out, thou hast done it. I ne'er imagined it was possible. With eyes I see, but mine does not believe.
Thus is your error. Against the force you do rail. That is why you fail.
Exit. First happy hour for Star Wars Shakespeare is done. I think I made it through almost like 3 beers. It's great. How is everybody else doing?
Remind me not to drink something with almost 15% alcohol.
I know y'all chose wine. That was
also drink more with 15%.
Doing okay. I can't see anything.
Yeah.
On my lips.
You drink too much. If that's
right. I know this was a good list of rules, so we'll have to see what else we can find for part 2 at that point, because obviously, again, same thing. This is such an original story. We don't know what's going to happen next or why Darth Vader feels so connected to Luke. I mean, there's something there. I don't know. Right? We literally have no idea because
Which one is Luke?
We've never read past this point, so we
something
don't
in
know.
the name, perhaps.
But you can find out next Wednesday, May 27th at 7 p.m. again. We'll get through the rest of the Empire Striketh Back, and we'll find out exactly what that connection is. But thank you to all of these fantastic actors for coming back, taking on new roles, going deeper with the ones that they played before. Y'all are fantastic. I love it. Thank you to Joe, who played piano accompaniment for us once again. Thank you, Jonathan, for all of your neck ruffs. I mean, beautiful.
It took way more effort than you think it did.
So we owe you more thanks, is what you're saying. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But as we obviously production value just keeps going up every single week.
An actor prepares, apparently.
Exactly. So we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Please tune back in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That way you know exactly when we post all of our upcoming streams. But thank you again for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next week. Until then, stay safe. May the Force be with you.
Yeah.